Come into the room, come into the room. Okay, I completely understand if you don't come into the room, actually, because I've been gone for a very long time. And as we've talked about a million times before, I'm not sensational, right? Before I get into the topic, one, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's see, New Year's resolutions. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. My thing is, if you want to do something, you do it. You don't wait till the new year and like use that as an excuse, right? So, things that I've been wanting to do, like get done, I constantly like assess my goals and work on my goals. And, things that I wanted to accomplish for 2021, I started doing in 2020. So I do feel like I'm on track for the things that I want to do and achieve. And I'm really excited and happy about all of that. I know these Dusties been coming to my channel. Y'all just hate anybody that don't agree with everything y'all say. The pick-me's. That's the reason I came back. They threw the pick-me signal in the sky, you know what I'm saying? To let everybody know these pick-me's is back in town. They going hard. So I had to come back and balance the scales, right? Balance the scales of justice. That's why I'm here. That's why I do this, okay? To balance the scales of justice, all right? So, Happy New Year. You should be working on your goals no matter what. New Year's resolutions aren't, it's not the end all be all. It's not an excuse, right? I think that, you should take initiative to do the things that you want to do. And even though this was a rough year, I think that this was a really good time to be putting in the work for things that you want to see accomplished in 2021. And hopefully things will get better and you'll be able to achieve that. But I know for me, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I think that you should always just be mindful of your goals. So hopefully you guys are mindful of your goals and you're letting 2021 be a fresh start for you. Like, I don't see any problem with letting 2021 be a fresh start. It's been a rough year. So, all right. So Happy New Year. All right, let's move past that and let's get into Kassie West. Let's get into Kassie West. Now, I can't wait to talk to you guys about all the things that I was doing when I was gone. Mostly my Patreons will get, the full scoop. And if you're on my Patreon, you would know. But, basically, I've been focused on my grind and the things that I want to do and achieve. And, I won't be a mule or a sacrifice for anybody. So when I have to go, I have to go. I don't really explain why I'm leaving. I don't do like, I'm leaving and goodbyes. I don't do that. I don't do it in real life. I don't do it in virtual life, right? Like, my thing is, if I have to make a move, I have to make a move. So I was focused on a lot of things in the time that I've been gone. And I've accomplished a lot of things in the time that I've been gone from YouTube. And it's been really hard to be, not just jumping in on a lot of these conversations. One, I mean, I was literally gone for like 2 months. And in that time, y'all was still talking about Kevin Samuels. Still talking about Kevin Samuels. Like, I could not believe it. I was like, oh, well, I mean, I was making videos about it. Long before the average girl, I was making my videos saying, yes, he has good points, but he also has some dangerous rhetoric, right? I did it long before the average girl videos. And then when I saw the average girl videos coming out, I was like, oh, my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys know I'm an empath. And I was like, oh, I just feel so bad for her, But she seems to be doing okay. So that's awesome, But it is a lesson for y'all that want to keep calling in to the show, right? It's like that might happen, right? It's a tough lesson. But yeah, that's all y'all been talking about for the past 2 months. I'm gonna be honest, since I've been gone. All y'all been talking about is Kevin Samuels and the average girl. That's all y'all been talking about. He should be a millionaire by now. Okay? But yeah, honestly, I want it to be gone for longer because I like my space. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not like a lot of YouTubers. I have a life. This is not a main source of income. That's why I don't come on here looking for Scooby snacks. I say what I want to say. It might not be the most popular thing, but I don't need AdSense pennies. So this little check, I don't need this little check, just to be honest. So let's get into Kassie West. Y'all revealed yourselves. Dusties really have taken over YouTube. And one of their things, and it's Kevin Samuels' thing too, right, is like really, just getting in on Black women, right? So I think you've done a really good job. You know what I'm saying? Like with the campaign to like belittle and humiliate Black women and like keep them in this like constantly seeking validation zone. But you can't do that with everybody else, right? And so, just like that Will Smith movie with his son, it has found you. Becky has found you, right? You guys were so worried about, revealing your true selves to anyone else but the women who have, seen you from day one. And I don't know much about Dusties. I grew up observing Dusties from afar. That's my experience with Dusties. It is what it is. A lot of people don't vibe with me because I don't have that. Sorry. I don't have that humiliation ritual story for you guys. Let's keep it 100 because I know I do. I don't have a humiliation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep it real about how I grew up rough, whatever. But did I make a bunch of mistakes in relationships? No. I didn't. I figured it out. I keep trying to tell y'all that. And what I love about Kassie West is she's a girl that figured it out, right? So it's like we're married. We're women that are actually married in marriages. Trying to tell y'all what's up. But you want to get the male experience. And as Kassie said, I mean, she has so many great points. She played the hell out of y'all. She really, I mean, y'all they found you. You understand? They found you. It's over. What do you do from here? You know, they've had an opportunity to tell other men about Black women for years that Black women have not reciprocated, right? And now, because y'all talk so much, they found you and you look ridiculous, right? And so that's what Kassie basically reveals, right? And you guys know I don't like to put in people's footage because I don't know what's up, but I'll play the audio, okay, of what she's saying. And she's basically saying, she's saying a lot of stuff that I've said. She's saying a lot of stuff that Black women have said. I think that men think because they are having sexual relations with these women, they know them better, right? No, you don't. Women know women, right? And you've been told that a lot of these shenanigans, a lot of the things you guys say and do, right? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Nobody will put up with it. You've been told that. And you've been living in delusion. We had the Snapchat conversation, right? And I mean, it was, no way it can be real. No way. What do you mean, no way? So let's listen to Kassie West. Shout out to Kassie West. She really is roasting y'all right now. Y'all really revealed yourselves. So y'all get what y'all deserve. Let's hear what Kassie West has to say, and then we'll respond.
Oh, he's just being honest. You just can't handle the truth. When it's like, no. If it was the truth, I wouldn't care. Even if it was told in a mean way, but it was the truth, I really would not care, because at least, accurate information is getting out there and all that kind of stuff. This is not the truth. It's not even like it was kind of wrong. Almost every word out of this guy's mouth was completely delusional and wrong, to the point where he was very much so giving himself away as a very, very low caliber man who I don't think he's ever been around wealthy people. Like, the way that he was acting and the things that he's saying.
Oh, damn. She said, I don't think he's ever been around wealthy people, right? Ouch. And, for his age. And, I'm not trying to go hard at him. It's the phenomenon around him, right? It's the men coming to my channel and just saying, I have a PhD, right? I don't care, right? I don't agree with that whole mentality. And I think at the end of the day, the mentality is it's an attitude of entitlement. The same way that you find, supremacy to be oppressive entitlement upon you, you want to do that to the women.
It's not how wealthy people act or talk. Like, out of college, I worked as a political consultant and political donors, and we would do fundraisers and like activism across the country in a financial way. It's almost unbelievable. Like, no, these millionaire guys weren't all married to hot 25-year-olds. Like,
a lot of people on YouTube, and I'm a person that's come on to be like, negate a lot of that stuff and be like that, basically say what Cassie's saying. But if there's one thing you know about Black folk is they like to hear it from a white person's mouth. Okay. But I've been saying exactly the same things that she's saying. Right. It's just like, wealthy people don't have these ridiculous parameters when it comes to relationships and choosing a woman, right? And we'll get more into that. But I want to know, like, as a woman, when you look at what these dudes are saying and you realize all they care about is looks. All they literally have said all they care about is looks. And then you wonder why they get finessed. There's a culture. They have a culture that they've created of only caring about looks. And Kassie goes into that, right? About like, you guys are very materialistic. That's not something like almost no other people are doing that. It's not a societal value. That's not a cultural value to be materialistic. So, a bunch of materialistic dusties with no relationship and or marriage experience. If they have relationship and or marriage experience, it's ended in divorce. Hi, Jane Smith. Happy New Year. Let's continue.
Because first of all, they're acting like this woman is delusional because she wants a guy with six figures, which this woman herself makes six figures. And she makes
I didn't want to talk about the average girl, but, and maybe I will in more detail later, right? But at the bottom line is these dudes were really thirsty, were really desperate to call a Black woman ugly. I'm sorry, but that's all they wanted to do. All they wanted to do was be like, you're not good enough and you're ugly. That's it, right? As everyone is aware, she made six figures. What do you mean she can't ask for six figures? Ken, turn the light down for me, please. Shut up. My pets are very loud. Okay. Thank you. Go. Okay. So, I'm joking. Okay. Anyways. Let's continue. Look at all that crashing and stuff, all that noise you're making. We're having dry-aged ribeye tonight with some baked macaroni and cheese. And I just finished juicing for the next 3 days. So yeah, it's like we're enjoying the last days of holiday, but I also have prepped for the upcoming week and to stay on track. You know what I'm saying? I think you can do both.
She's
Oh,
like,
that
why
noise.
couldn't I get
The disrespect.
with an older guy? Because it's not like, 25-year-olds want to date like a 45-year-old man. So it's like, so she's 35. So she's like, I'm 35. Maybe I could get with like a 45-year-old guy who's divorced or something like that. And he's like, why would a 45-year-old man date you when he could date a 25-year-old? And she's like, well, but a 20 or 25-year-old doesn't want to date a 45-year-old man. And he's like, BS, I have to beat them off with a stick. Like, that is so delusional. Like, that is delusional like, he's thinking that she's delusional for wanting like the bare minimum. Like, quite frankly, she should be asking for even more in someone. And the fact that she would even be willing to talk to this guy shows that like her standards literally need to be higher. And she will actually have better luck if that were the case. So he's sitting here telling her this while simultaneously saying the most delusional stuff I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, I'm thinking back to when I was 20 and 25. If I saw a 45-year-old man, I would have literally thought it was the Crypt Keeper. Like, I would have literally thought it was the Crypt Keeper.
I swear to God, all the noise, and my pets are running around, clickety, clickety, clack. All right. I've mentioned this before. Nobody wants to go out with some old dude, yo. Nobody wants to go out with an old dude. Before I met my husband, older men would approach me straight up in New York, right? On that sugar daddy, And I was just like, the same thing I tell my students. Don't date some old dude and have him around your family. How disrespectful is that? Your family comes back for the holidays and shit. Y'all come back for Thanksgiving and you bring this old dude in because you got bills to pay. Be respectful. All right? You're gonna date an older dude. Keep him on the side where he belongs. I keep telling y'all that. Stop trying to legitimize old dudes. All right? I don't want to see that. And not only that, I've been around chicks dating old dudes. I sat down, we out to eat. I'm like, okay, you with this old dude. Of course he's gonna pay for everything. This old, right? Old as you is, sitting at the table with all of us. Do you know this dude didn't pay? He did not pay. I don't even think he paid for her meal. Whew. That bothers me. That bothers me. Okay.
Like, I can't think of anything grosser, like, than a 45-year-old, a 50-year-old man thinking that I'm like into him. So it's so stupid and it's so delusional. And not only that, like, let's say that I was attracted to that guy. One, it would be because I have like severe mental problems, and two, like, why would he be attracted to me? Why would he want to?
I keep telling y'all, look, this is what I notice. It's a lot of predatory behavior. And they knock up the young women, and then these girls spend their teens, 20s, pregnant, having babies. Then by the time they're in their 30s, when as a woman, your sexuality really kicks in, let's be honest, they're disposed of, and they're spending their 30s and 40s raising this man's children, and he's out preying on more 20s and teens. Y'all have allowed that behavior. Y'all have allowed that behavior. Anyways, Kassie says it's gross. Kassie says, observing this, I find it to be gross. Right? I've told you guys it's gross too, but.
Be with a 20-year-old. Like, what on earth would we possibly have in common? What on earth could I possibly add to his life that isn't completely shallow and pointless? Like it just shows like a very shallow set of values and principles. Actually, it shows like a lack of those things. It shows like a lack of values, a lack of principles, a lack of any sort of thought of legacy or
It's like, what kind of man wants to bring some young girl only in the BC? Only in the BC! And you can't do that around me. It's not normalized. I don't care. Sorry. Only in the BC is it keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing about who I'm bringing around. No other group of people will run like that. No other group of people. You won't find it on the planet. Anywhere else. But y'all get out of here. These goddamn animals. You goddamn dirty animals. Okay. No other. Get out of here, Cersei. Oh my God. Dancing around me. You know, and then they'll be like, oh, well, I like so-and-so because she's feminine and soft and she repeats my talking points. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I told you guys. All they care about is looks. You don't even have to develop your personality. You can just, that's why they say get the bag, right? Get out of here, Cersei.
But it's not even emotionally healthy for this woman to date a man who doesn't make at least six figures, because let's say she makes $200,000 a year. She owns her own pet business. So this is a woman who herself is successful. Like they act like she's asking for some pie in the sky stuff. She never said she's looking for, some A-list celebrity or some male model. And it wouldn't even be safe for her to enter a relationship with a guy who doesn't make, at least that much, because then you get into situations where he might just be dating her because he wants his bills paid. It might get into a using situation. It creates a weird dynamic where there's not even a way for them to be.
Okay, so Kassie touches on a very good point. They don't want you to make more money than them. What is he talking about? This is probably the dumbest thing that I've ever seen coming from, that side of things, right? There's not a man on the planet that wants a woman to make more than him. Okay? So if he settles and or aspires for a woman that makes more than him, you in danger. Okay, you in danger. You understand? You in danger. We've seen how this ends. All right. You do your best. You try to give them a job title. Executive maid or, CEO of running around and pretending that you paying for things when really I am. Y'all give them titles. Doesn't work. They actually hate you. They hate you for it. They hate you for it. Like I said, no, I can't relate. I've never paid a dude's bills. Sorry. Sorry, I can't fucking speak on it because I've never paid not one dude's bills. Not one bill. Not one bill. Not one dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, Okay.
For there to be like a masculine and a feminine yin and yang. Like you cannot build a relationship like that. It's not possible. And so she calls in and asks this guy, and this is her first flaw. Like, this dating coach says that she needs therapy, and of course in his mind the therapy is because she's delusional and has too high of standards. No, her therapy is the fact that she's calling this guy and thinking that abusive and demeaning and trashy men have anything at all to offer her. Because this
God damn. She said abusive, demeaning, and trashy. I've told y'all before, if you want to talk about men that are high value, I would say, everybody knows, FDG is coming. Lynn Honor, all right, is my YouTube guy of the year. All right, guy of the year. And I'm going to do a different video on this. I'm not going to get too much into it. But also, Carrie Pope. He just came out with a video that I so love and appreciate. Now, I don't watch a bunch of... hi, Sam Bliss. Hey, I don't watch a bunch of relationship advice videos and stuff because, like I said, I figured it out. But if I did, I would watch Carrie Pope. He just seems like such a nice guy. And one of the things that Kassie West says, I don't know if we're going to get around to hearing her say in this video because I'm not going to play the whole thing. I got to get going. Like I said, we have dry age on the grill. So I gotta get going. All right. Then they want to come to my channel and talk about something. Lose weight. Go to the gym. What are you talking about? I weigh probably around the same thing as you. Really? They act like they laying up with. Come on now. And I know she don't look like. Come on now. Come on. Stop. You're not hurting my feelings at all. You're not hurting my feelings. Get out of here, Cersei. You see what I'm saying? The sabotage. This got. You're not hurting my feelings at all. I absolutely believe in working out and health and fitness. And like I said, I've had my own little journey with that, and I've been on my journey. I've talked about that, and we're back on track. So I'm gonna bring you guys back on the road to fitness, because one thing that I believe is that we as Black people, especially as a Black woman, we have to put our fitness number one, because as we've seen, this crisis has really illuminated. We really can't depend on, the health systems, and we really can't depend on anyone but ourselves. So, I'm all about health and fitness. Y'all don't care about health and fitness. You're just judgmental, and you want to find anything you can. And you can't say nothing about me having no babies out of wedlock and or being a single mother. And you know what I'm saying? Little stupid, that y'all love to throw out at women, which is garbage. Because if there's a single mother, there's a single father, right? Who ain't did his job. But yeah.
Piece of crap guy. Like, this guy is garbage. This is not a high value man. This is like a sleazebag, right? And so,
damn.
I mean, there definitely are things that she has to work.
Damn. I mean, what Kassie West is illuminating here is the desperate need for role models in the Black community, and y'all want so bad for this dude to be a role model. And then on some devil shit, y'all take the worst things that he says and amplify that, right? Beyonce's not a 10. Beyonce's not a 10. You outside your raggedy ass minds? Are you outside your raggedy ass minds? If Beyonce's not a 10, then what is the scale? What is the scale? And these dudes want to talk about some. I seen it. They want to talk about some. They're not a supermodel. A supermodel? I'm sorry. I can't breathe. What in the hell are a bunch of dusties talking about a supermodel for? What do you care? You can't get a supermodel. So therefore, Dusty, what you can get, that's a 10. That's your 10. Don't you understand? Beyonce's not even on your scale. Beyonce's not on your scale. All right? Rihanna is not on your scale. All right? These are women that are not only beautiful, but they're successful and they're wanted by everyone. All right? They don't need to be wanted by Dusties. You are 5 and you want to talk about some Beyonce is not a 10. That doesn't add up. And that's what Kassie West is pointing out. So, like, again, shout out to my girl Kassie West. That's what Kassie West is pointing out. Like, that y'all sound crazy. Hi, Ava. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen a supermodel in real life? I have. I've seen a lot of supermodels in real life. I've been to Fashion Week. People love to come on here and talk about what they've been to and where they've been. I never did that because I'm an empath and I'm like, oh, what about feelings, whatever. I've been to Fashion Week multiple times. I've walked the meat packing district where most of the models in New York take their, go-sees and whatnot. I've been to a gala at the Met. If we just want to keep it 100 about where I've been, people want to come out here and be like, I've been here and I've been there. I've been to galas at the Met. Supermodels are very tall. They're very thin. It's not a natural state to be. And y'all want to tell, it's not a natural state to be. But let somebody hold y'all to an unnatural state to be, right? Kassie points out multiple times in her video, 6 figures ain't 6 figures. What if instead of women holding y'all to 6 figures, 6 figures was the bare minimum, like it is for a lot of other women? That's what you're doing to Black women. Gotta be a 10. That's an unnatural standard. It's literally women most supermodels are not American. America does not produce supermodels. Okay? They don't have the culture, the food, They don't produce supermodels like that, right? A lot of supermodels are women who come from cultures where, you know, eating natural is a part of their culture, you know. So if you're not held to unrealistic standards for a man, why are you holding women to unrealistic standards? I don't get it.
Or no, to figure out like, why do I think getting disrespected is normal? Why do I think
we know why y'all think being disrespected is normal. The pick-me's really took over YouTube when I left. That's why I had to come back. Like I said, bat signal in the sky. I cannot sit around. These pick-me's came out of nowhere talking about some, don't let me get started. I got to get going, but don't let me get started. But since we're here, these pick-me's came out of nowhere talking about some, I'm sorry, guys. Your degrees mean nothing. It's all about working out and looking good, right? What if you didn't have your degrees? Then who would you be? What if you didn't have your looks and you weren't able to work out every day? Then who would you be? And one of the reasons that I do work out, back on my schedule of working out daily, thank you, after a lot of health problems, thank God, being with a high value man helped me to resolve this stuff and get on the right track. Hallelujah. All right. One of the reasons that I talk about, right, being with a high value man is so important, is so that you do have the time to take the time to get healthy, to work on yourself. But, you know, who are you to say that looks are more important than someone's desire to achieve an education? It's just a lot of that. Like, y'all think that these degrees got y'all somewhere, but you know, and it's like all these like very attractive women. They're all very attractive. I'll give them that. But what if you didn't have that? Then who would you be? And I think to make Black women downplay their educations, which means so much to so many Black women, it meant a lot to me to go from the hood to getting my master's. I have a master's. You know, and I wonder, I'm like, does Kevin Samuels, did he go to college? I haven't looked him up and researched him the way other people have, but I do wonder if he went to college, because he seems to have a strong animosity towards women who have gone to college. And again, Kassie West says in her video, and I swear to God, I honestly, y'all need to all watch her video. Probably already have, because it's got a lot of views, and I know white people aren't interested in Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry. So I assume all the views she's got for her video are Black people, okay? Because like I said, y'all love when somebody that's not Black says it, especially not a Black woman. Okay, but I would definitely suggest listening to her video. And she talks about, like, stop listening to people who don't, she's like, that hate you. That's what she said. This girl, this woman, watched Kevin Samuels' videos and observed that he hates y'all. He does not like y'all. That's what she observed. Because it's very obvious. Why? Because if you look at men like Lennon Honor and Carrie Pope, men that love Black women, they move differently. They have different rhetoric. They say different things. And if you were truly interested, and this goes for the pick-me's too. This goes for the pick-me's who are like, well, it's all about Black family and Black love, and it's all about, okay, so then why would you not be watching the Popes? Why would you not watch Lynn and Honor? These are people who are married to other Black people, Black children, right? Why would y'all not be pushing that material? To push Kevin Samuel's material when it's clear to anyone looking from the outside, you don't even have to be inside to observe he does not like you women. Pick-me's make a lot of money, you know, and they're like, oh my God, like, we got to stop this pick-me culture. Like, what do you mean? If you don't want people to call you a pick-me, don't be one, right? And what is a pick-me? Somebody that says things to get these dusties approval. Not even real men in the real world. These are not the men in the real world that make things move. These are not the movers and shakers. These are not the builders. They're trolls on YouTube. And to regurgitate the talking points of these trolls on YouTube, talking about some, did Black women not make fun of us on Ricky Lake in the early 90s? In the 80s and the 90s, they said, did y'all know that white women talked about white men on those television shows as well? Those are shows for women to talk about women things. That's why they were talking about women things. So if you're a man and you're not supposed to be in that space, you would be triggered. You would be triggered by it because you're not supposed to be in that space. That's women talk. It's women talk. You cannot allow this garbage rhetoric. And like I said, you know, Cassie's, the Beckys, they've found you. Y'all couldn't hide that, you know, on some, oh, well, because Black women move like this and Black women do that. Now you have other women observing and saying, I'm inclined to agree with the Black woman.
Mistreated or talked down to is okay or acceptable. Like, why am I looking to men who have no principles or morals or virtue? Why am I looking to them for validation?
Ready?
We're advice.
Yeah, okay.
Like these guys who literally have like the suckiest lives ever. Why am I turning to these people for advice instead of like normal, healthy people in good relationships? These are the.
All right, so we're gonna end it on that note, and I think I'll come back and review some more of Kassie West's content because I like what she has to say, right? But it's like she's genuinely confused as to like, why would you listen to people who don't like you, who offer nothing but negativity when there's so many people out there that are trying to give you a better way, right? And it's like, because y'all love that, y'all feed off of that. You know, you're just never gonna grow. Let me tell you something. Pick-me's never get picked. All right? Pick-me's never get picked. They actually never get picked. They're not interesting. Whole time your man's with you. It's something about a woman who will do anything that a man says that, unless he is an absolute predator, just kind of makes him like real bored. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of just blaming Black women for, you know, even though I am married, I have a hard time seeing people constantly blaming Black women for why they're single, right? I think that there's a plethora of reasons, and we should have gotten to an understanding of how things are working. That it's not basically, and I'm hearing a lot more women as I wrap it up. I gotta go because my husband demands it and I submit. Okay, and that's how it works. There's a lot of women that have been talking about shit. Ken, what was I just saying? God damn it. What the hell was I just saying? Anyways, shit. I'll be honest. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay on path with the dating world because to me it's just so obvious. But anyways, like I was saying, to me, what is so obvious is something that I've been saying for the longest time, which is if you want to meet your husband, you go to college and you meet him there. Or you meet people there and you network. And we'll talk more about it, even though I've already talked about it. And nobody was saying it when I was saying it. You can look back on my videos from years ago. I was telling you guys you need to meet your husband in college. Okay? And basically, if you don't meet him in college, it's going to be Hunger Games. All right? It's going to be Hunger Games. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Go to college, meet him in college. Don't talk to me about some, I'm in college to learn. Get a clue. You in college to learn. Get a clue. This is where people meet their husbands. I've known a lot of Black women at PWIs. So I have such a hard time believing that Black women just don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even if you don't see it in your homes, look around. Look around. What's going on around you. Right? And it's like, obviously you would try to meet your husband in college. This is where you're going to have access to a lot of men who are going to be something. They're not much while you're there. Just, young kids. You guys are just all young kids. But you can imagine this is where I can make those connections. Real connections. Elsewise, it's going to be Hunger Games. It's going to be hard as hell. But I really like Kassie West. I think that she's saying really great things. She's giving me Shira vibes. Shout out to the Black Barbies. And all the other Barbies too, of course. If you're a Barbie, I'm not saying a Barb, but a Barbie, which is just someone that likes to be super cute, okay? But she is definitely giving me Shira vibes, right? Because she's like, I'm married and, again, she's just saying a lot of what I've been saying, which is if you ask white women, people be talking about, hey, white people, they do this and they do that. Never been around white people a day in their life. Never been around wealthy people a day in their life. Never been around people with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, she goes on to talk about how, like, bizarre his behavior is for a man with money. Because it reads con artists, It reads con artists to constantly be like, money, money, money. You know what I'm saying? And so it just goes to show that a lot of this stuff it's all a game, it's all a gimmick, it's theatrics. Okay? Kassie West really broke it down. She really did a good job. Thank you for watching. I gotta get going. But yeah, I'm gonna be back for the new year. And yeah, we'll be talking about a bunch of stuff. We're gonna continue to do what I set out to do on my channel, which is to empower, elevate, and enlighten. Okay, and that's what we do over here. We don't do a lot of the mess and the drama and, you know, shenanigans. Okay, and we don't bash either. We spend all the time uplifting and finding solutions. Period. You know, and breaking it down and you know, unpacking things for ourselves as well. So thank you guys for watching and joining me. Happy New Year. And I look forward to the rest of this year. I think it's going to be a good one for us. I think that we're going to start to get the things that we've been working towards this year. I can feel it. So awesome. Thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.